washings. You may want to take off some of your jackets or dry cleaning or stuff like that, and then come out and get it later. What we're going to do, the first scenario, in this front room here, we're just one little chair in there, and we're going to light that off. You'll see the development. You stick your hand up, probably a couple hundred degrees up there. I have a little thermocouple, and I'll kind of talk you through what's going on. And as the fire develops, if you're uncomfortable, out the back, and when we get to a point at which it's starting to becoming unsafe for people in civilian clothes, we'll ask you to leave, duck out the back, we'll put out the fire, we'll do it again. And if you are watching from the front, if you would stay on the concrete, this window, burning chairs might come flying out of, and we also have our hose backup line set up there in case we should need that. Second group of fires we're going to do, we're going to go in the back of the room. We have sprinklers set up for just about every configuration you can imagine, extended coverage, 20 by 20, 16 by 16, etc. And those groups, we should be able to get maybe, I'm thinking 15, 20 people at a time. The room is much bigger, and with the sprinklers putting out the fire, there's not quite as much smoke. And we're going to, the front room, we're probably going to go at least get everybody through there or an hour, so that we have time to play with the sprinklers, which I think a lot of you would like to see. The purpose of this is to show people who I think don't get to see a lot of real fires in real rooms develop, how quickly things change. In a room, we've all seen campfires. Some of us are lucky enough to be able to burn in their hometowns and probably do it every weekend. Others in St. Paul aren't. So that's it in a nutshell. The final little thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to burn this room here. It's loaded up like we typically find a house on fire, and we're going to try to get a flashover to go in there, and then the firefighters are going to crawl in and put it out as we normally would, and so that will be the final bang. Right now everybody's together, Fire Fab, anybody hear from them, or if you know anybody, I really want to thank them. They donated most of the fire equipment. What they did, Gilbert donated for our help to pull this off. I definitely want to thank my inspectors, Brent Richardson, John Powers, Jason Dave, Mike Erman, excuse me. We've been out here pretty much the whole day setting this up, moving a lot of furniture, and couldn't pull this off without them, so I do appreciate their help. So if you give us about 2 minutes, and I think Phil's going to, or Katie or somebody's going to kind of organize, and we'll get about 5 people, we're ready to go. Maybe like a handful. Yeah, I admit we're cheating a little bit here, but
cheating is good. Cheating is good.
We got a good one there. For what it's worth, it's 61 degrees in here through the whole okay. Now fabrics are great. We found over and over again that the fabric actually limits the fire spread a little bit. Once it gets into that, whatever's inside, it starts to develop a lot faster.
The ionization detector already went off.
Ionization detector's already gone off. And let's see, climbing fast. Couple hundred probably here, maybe 100 probably right now. We got about 86 this close to the fire, 90s, 94. Now when you hear people talk about the fire plume, I feel very little heat right here. I feel a lot of heat right there. So as it goes up, it's spreading out. If we get the flames high enough, you'll start to see the ceiling jet develop in about this region. If we had a full array of thermocouples, you could actually see it on the graphs. We don't even have the photoelectric yet. There you go, they're photoelectric. See that time difference? Not a lot of, when you see it's real hazy up top now, we got a nice hot layer developed. You stick your hand up, you can really feel the layer. You know, down here everything's comfortable. Right now at this distance, you guys are probably feeling the radiant heat. I'm feeling a little bit of radiant heat over here.
Kind of nice.
Ember down my shirt. It's climbing fast already. 100, 101, 107, 120. Now we're way back here. 150s.
How long has it been burning?
I didn't record that, but I would say what, maybe about 2 minutes now. Got nice, look at that layer developed right up top.
2 minutes
going
now.
out. 2 minutes now.
2 minutes now.
Starting to get a little warm down here, so let's call this one. You guys want to go out the back here? Really valuable technique for firefighters, especially when we're calling into a room like that. If we've got this fan at our back, we've got that nice cool air coming in. It's real clear. We can see real nice. So that's what that little fan thing is out back there. Works real well when you can control your openings, but once you start breaking windows in a house, it's all over. You lose the effect. Anyway, enough on that. Okay, we're going to start the fire here. I'm roughly 10 foot off of this wall. There's a 12 foot across here. Got a GBR, regular residential. K factor was what, 4.3, I think. We have another one over here, space 14 by 14, 7 foot off that wall, 14 feet apart. This, is this everybody? Pretty much? I'm just curious because.
There's another group out there.
Is there another group?
About 6 more.
We can all get it.
I'm right here.
This one, mate.
Now, last time, I don't know which head will go up first, so I can't predict that. The only heads that are live are these two, so clearly this one might get you wet if it goes, so this one won't. We just did a fire. We we lit a fire about 2 hours ago right here. This was the only head that fuse controlled the fire. I couldn't ask for more, so hopefully we'll see that again. Forgetting anything. Yeah, except starting the fire.
We can use a smoker to do smoke, Chris, or we got right on smoke?
Huh?
You okay with smoke?
Well, we did open that front window. And
One of these guys gonna stand by that window?
yeah. I'll open this window too and use the natural ventilation, try to push most of it out that front room. I can't, the smoke is, once that head fuses, it's gonna get smoky in here. It's gonna be nothing like in there. It's just gonna be it's not nasty, but mostly a steam-filled, annoying type of thing. So feel free to use both exits this time, you know, when you want to go. You got all valves? You got valves?
Are you sticking it out with the camera all the time? Yeah, she's running.
Pretty much the same starting technique I used before.
Just get you. Thanks. Trying to do it.
Trying to get it into that stuffing quickly. Good fire growth there.
Anybody counting the seconds?
Got 10 now.
And this is obviously the worst case because we're probably starting to develop a ceiling jet across here, but we don't have a head. And probably most of you know, trying to get that heat into this corner, fluid mechanics would show a kind of an arc here where you're not getting any water there.
30 seconds.
Probably wet here in a second. Actually, we got a gauge right here. I think we should be right around 20 pounds. At about 25, so static right now. It's getting warm up there.
John.
Any second.
How long is it up there?
I promise.
How long is it up there?
42 degrees.
Okay. I hope that one doesn't go off. No.
Hey, John, let's open that window up in front there. It's warm up there. That one should have gone, I would have expected.
Smoke around here now. That's an Omega.
That's amazing. There we go. Again, residential head. Designed for light cases to prevent flashover, which we clearly prevented.
1 minute, 6 seconds then.
Minute 20. It's getting near, just be warned on this one over here. Right now we're running over here, right about 20 pounds, so not the fire right down yet, smoky, it's, you know, it's driven a lot more smoke before. It'll probably do that all night. We let it go at time for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's the wall behind that here's now my spray pattern right along my hand here. I'm ready to come out of the wall. It's reaching the wall. I can't push it back together. It's reaching the wall.
trust me.
Obviously, you will want
Don't sit too hard. I'm sitting right here.
Far so good. Yeah, don't try that. Official disclaimer. 30 seconds. I think it's still a lot more. Really not over there. Yeah, that's it. 40
All the heat's going out the other door. Yeah, all the heat's blowing on.
Oh, it's going that way. There's nothing over here.
Should still go, I mean.
Yeah, I want it quicker so we don't have a lot of smoke. So let's add a little fuel to the fire. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we can only do this.
And you're not going to use lighter fluid like you do on a barbecue?
There's a good smoke layer obviously developed in here.
Getting warm yet? No. You know, when that head goes off, they're going to get a lot of the black smoke you want to leave right away, I think.
Yeah, it's getting real warm over here.
They want to open that door now, too, and get ready to exit for when it closes.
Yeah, much slower fire growth than, although that's a lot of stuff burning. Yeah, well, that's rolling that way.
I'll be laying those heads out 16 by 16 in the future.
But that's really interesting to see. I mean, how much fire there is without that system going off yet. There we go. I'm getting wet right here at the floor, just for reference to this one goes.
Now, if you guys go out and open the doors, you can look in at it, too. I think it's bringing almost 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm getting wet here. Where's that head?
Right here.
Yeah, we probably got a good 17 feet of throw off that. Look at that fire, look at that smoke just come to the floor. I mean, that's... It's real warm over there. That one should go. I would say the fire definitely went from control back to throat. There's no doubt in my mind that's bigger than it was a few seconds ago.
Yeah, I just got wet. ESFR test, here we go.
This is real hopefully we better not get a line on this one.
Got a lot of vent coming through me right now.
I'm gonna scan the pump, make sure we get enough. Oh yeah, it's 100 staff. I'll drop down to 70s. Well, we can keep on under. Yeah, it's just really good. Yeah, don't try this at home.
Let's get you going on. Alright, first up, you be the one.
Honey, I gotta go work. Add something?
Go to the other chair.
This is the reason for smoke control in warehouses. Look where that smoke is driven to the floor. And firefighters really have to go in and find the fire.
How much pressure is on that grip?
You got about 85, 90.
That's why fire departments are insistent upon some type of mechanical smoke venting that they can manually control when they get there.
This is exactly the
Over
reason.
here. Yep. Careful with the step. Okay. How close will you let me get?
You guys ready?
Get open the window. Huh? It's gonna get hot. It's probably gonna flash. So okay, so go over by the window there. Be the safest. All right. Am I gonna see anything here?
Should go well, yeah. Yeah. I've never felt that. Yeah, you can stay there, Phil, until you feel the need to move.
Yeah, I'll be backing off, I'm sure.
Let's tell Phil to stand there until he feels the need to move. Oh, I'm gonna stop the light fires as I leave. I don't even think it's gonna go. Yeah, go find me some cellar.
That looks like an old waterbed frame, don't it?
It's just an old waterbed headboard.
Oh yeah.
It used to be we set it up like kind of like a typical apartment. Except we had to improvise with some of the sheets with plastic. And
Looks like one of the typical apartments when I was going to school right now.
I said the guy had a bedwetting problem, so.
go. We're gonna get a little gasoline. There we go.
Firefighters that have worked seriously by
Fire in
starting
the hole.
gasoline to vapor. I am. I'm gonna work my way across the room.
Spreading joy wherever you go, huh?
Yeah.
Feel the heat back here.
Subjective wall. I looked inside and it hadn't yet. It's not coming out that door there yet. That's probably a good time. We're letting it get going. Great time get it to really know that flash over. But we had so many points of origin.
All the smoke that's in the smoke area is not burning. Oh baby! I think it's kind of intentional myself.
That white smoke sign of the team standing out front that we finally got the fire heading under control. Went from black to white there, and gray. That smoke turned to like a real ugly brown. You're looking at like imminent backdraft, flash over, smoke explosion. You want to run and run fast. Yeah.
that game, right? No way!
They try not to burn during Saints games, and pretty much they don't. I mean, it's just, you know, they're at night mostly. I mean, I was in here right before you saw when I was crouched down in the door. There's no way. We had a crew on the roof, cutting a hole in the roof to ventilate, you know, that we can smoke. And you gotta figure too, I mean, you know, that was what, maybe 5 minutes of fire code? Maybe. They're in the fire department too, St. Paul, that happens better time than that. So, he's looking at there in the tail. Yeah. And of course you don't get calls when it's just small. And you don't get calls when it's small, so if this was... How'd it go?
Look on here.
Darth. I was surprised how long it took to knock it down. I mean, you guys...
You didn't go in from the doorway. Full timer.
Uh-oh. Free Kindle!
That first cruise, that was, I mean, you know, those first two engines I run through, they're done. You know, they're just beat to hell, they're hot, it's hard work. I recommend it to everyone because it is, it's a safe environment, but it's hard work. Humbling it is, And then, in Maplewood, you see that fire death there a couple months ago in that trailer, but I was on the second fucking yeah, just fun flashlight. It was that simple in a trailer. It burned that quick and that fast. We pulled up and we had more fire than that coming out of every window. When our first engine down there. And the smoke detectors worked. She woke up to the fire. The smoke detectors were delayed that long. She woke up and saw a glow and saw the TV, got up and realized it was fire. Walked from one end of the very small trailer to the other end, got the two kids, came back to the front door, had to pass through the fire room twice. And she opened the door, and she had to let go of one of the kids' hands to open the door. And she says, the grandmother, she says she pushed the kid and thought the kid made it out the door, but we think what happened was she pushed the kid down the hall a little bit. And the room, as she walked out, the room just flashed behind her. Our cops were kind of getting on the scene right then. And got caught right there, pushing the other direction. We almost lost the cop, you know, sort of underreported there because he tried to go in through the bedroom window and he went back for his gloves because things were getting really hot. He was pulling the sheets off the bed that he could reach. So he went back to get his gloves because there's a lot of glass. And when he got back to the window, the room, that front bedroom flash and came out that bedroom, and he knocked on for his gloves. There's no doubt he was God. He said, I had every intention of going in that room because it wasn't that bad, he said. Where he was in the window, as you saw, I mean, the bottom half of the window wasn't all that bad before the fire started. There's no doubt he would have lost a top there, too. If this were a wood frame house, we'd be here for another 3-4 hours. Overhauling, pulling down ceilings, destroying the house, destroying what's left of the property. But as you can see, it's a necessary evil. God forbid that they have that stupid spray paper insulation, the boric acid treatment. Yeah, horrible stuff. It leaches out in about 20 years. It's just paper in the walls. And one little ember stays in that, and we'll be back hours later. It just sits there and smolders, heat's captured. And St. Paul is such the older community. A lot of it. Well, thanks all for coming. Thank you. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
This is an house! It's a zoo! Wish them back, please.
I can't. That was my last wish.
I wish you hadn't said that.
Oh dear, Launchpad isn't answering. He must be on his way. Won't you go